Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play SaGa 2 Goddess of Destiny, now on episode 26. Last time around, while investigating some of Apollo's riddles, we uncovered a terrible family secret. Seems that father was leading something of a double life, or at least that's how it appears to Elodie. But for now, we're going to set that aside and investigate this Cave of Light, which we wouldn't be able to see except we have the Eye of Truth. So that's going to allow me to navigate this otherwise mesmerizing white cavern that we heard some rumors about previously. And hopefully we'll be finding the last of the relics on this world. In fact, let's go ahead and, I haven't used this in a while, but the very first relic we obtained in this game, actually it would be under map abilities, yes, gave us this relic sensor. And I haven't used this recently, so let's use this to show us how many relics are remaining on this world. Yes, only 3 relics remaining in this world. And we'll be finding all of those here in this cavern. Let's go ahead and switch back to excavate, since that seems most likely what I'll be needing here. And let's go ahead and fight whatever this is around the corner here. This winged opponent of ours. It is the Pteranodon, so something we've seen before, but in a new location. I really do like the look of this place in this game. Alright, so usual stuff here. We're going to go ahead and let's conserve the 11 punch and go for the 33. And just, oh yes, we no longer have to switch to Derringer with Natsmer. That's right, we obtained a Rocket Punch previously, and a Ninto with Virtue, so let's go. Going to be using links whenever the opportunity arises, because we do have plenty of those, and I've learned that using these links leads to a higher chance of survival, who would have thought. And a Blizzaga from Elodie finishes the fight. We get a max HP increase for Natsmer, as well as some Kuro and some MP. And speaking of links, let's go ahead and see how many of those friendship threads I have remaining exactly here in the Threads of Fate. Okay, so 16 of those remaining, so I might not want to be jamming those every single random encounter I get into, but whenever it appears necessary, I should not relent from doing so. I do, however, have tons of MP, so I can buy more if I need them. Ooh, probably should have healed before this encounter because I'm currently facing down about 11 opponents here. Let's go ahead and, well, this would probably be a good chance to use more of those threads I was talking about. Go ahead and put Virtue on those, what are they called, mystery diseases. Natsmer on the Pteranodon, and Virtue over on the Chameleon. And pressing X there, probably not the best use of the thread since Virtue's going after a single opponent, but it can't hurt. Oh, actually, he did go after the mystery diseases, that's interesting. Apparently using a thread can change your target. I wasn't aware of that. Alright, well, using one on Elodie's turn now. Ooh, increasing fire to blaze. Let's see this one. Alright, looking very similar to flame, but dealing a lot more damage. And there's a meat we don't need. Nobody can eat it. And, wow, 2,000 Kuro. Unfortunately, everyone survived this encounter, but I'm not going to be risking it again. Let's go ahead and heal Elodie before going any deeper into the Cave of Light. And there we are. Okay, so heading deeper. So if we'd come here previously, I imagine our vision would have just been flooded with various colors. In fact, why don't I load up an earlier save and see exactly what would have happened if we had come here without the correct relic. Okay, so as you can see, if we had entered the Cave of Light without first clearing the submarine volcano, we would have gotten this message, dazzling, can't see anything. Oh, and it actually does let me walk around, but my vision is completely enshrouded by white. So basically you have to complete the submarine volcano before coming here to the Cave of Light, but I could have done the mountain cave at any point along that chain. I could have done it immediately before coming to World 4, I could have done it as I did after the submarine volcano, or I could have waited and even done that after the Cave of Light. Anyway, let's go back forward in time to when I actually have the relic I need to navigate this place. Anyway, I just thought that would be something interesting enough to be worth showing off. Let's go ahead and open up these chests here and see what we... Ah, it's a trap. Trapped with a bomb. Oh, and right into a fight with some lizards. What are they? 5 tortoises and 1... Raven. Okay, so enemies we've seen before. Let's go ahead and use Flame to hit everything. We'll put a punch on the Raven, a Rocket Punch on the tortoises, and a Ninto on the tortoises, and let's see how this rolls. Hopefully gonna make it without threads this time. Let's see how it works. So I seem to be taking out those tortoises fairly efficiently. I think I've got this one in the bag, but let's see how much damage they do to me on the return, because a couple of them did manage to survive. Okay, looks like only about Whoa, that's quite a range. One of them dealt 22 damage and the other 64, both to Elodie. It's kind of surprising how much variance there is in those tortoises' attacks. But it's not enough, we're going to take them out right here with this flame attack. Giving me 1,000 more Kiro. I feel like I'm getting a lot more Kiro in this world than I got in the last, which is good because I've kind of felt short on it the entire game. And here we have a strength source, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Natsmer just as I gave her the last one because that's going to increase the power of her rocket punch. And while I'm here in the menu, I'm going to do a little bit of healing since Elodie looking a bit worse for the wear. Still 14 uses of her cure left, so not quite tired yet. We did use the inn the last time we were in town. And let's go ahead and go deeper into the Cave of Light and see what we find. Looking very colorful. I love how many different colors are represented in this place, and yet how subdued they all are. It's like not looking directly at the light from a prism, but like having it refracted onto something. Anyway, getting into another fight here. Just some more tortoises and ravens, though. And like the last one, those ones went down pretty easily. We got a taijutsu handling increase for Zenith, fantastic, along with another 1,000 or so Kiro, give or take. And let's go ahead and dodge this slime guy and wrap around and grab that chest over there on the other side. If I remember correctly, I couldn't see all chests on the map previously, so that must be another trait of this true seeing relic of ours. And in this one we find probably a trap. No, actually, we got a giant's gloves. Good, that's something that I had the opportunity to get previously, but couldn't afford. Seeing a lot of the same tortoise and raven opponents here. Anyway, max HP increase for Zenith, and a little under 1,000 Kiro this time. Seems that that's a little bit randomized as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at those new Giant's gloves we just obtained, see if those are better than the gold gloves we've got here. Alright, looks like a Giant's glove will increase strength in addition to defense, so I'm inclined to give that to Natsmer in place of the gold gloves she currently has, though, well, she is the one most suited to... Actually, no, that's just a lie. Virtue is the one best suited to take advantage of the strength, so maybe give it to him, but that defense bonus... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to give this to Elodie. She's not at all capable of taking advantage of that strength bonus, but the more defense I can get on her being the party's head, the better. Everyone else already has a gold glove, so I'm just going to have to remember that I have a redundant copy of those to sell the next time I'm in town. I'm going to go ahead and heal Natsmer, who took some damage in the last fight. And actually, let's just go ahead and top everyone off here. It's just to play things safe as we carry on. And let's go ahead and see what's on the next floor. You know, it's a little bit remarkable how I was commenting on how interesting the colors are here. When the original game is, of course, in black and white, it's nice just to see any colors at all. And this is a really colorful game. I tend to like colorful games, particularly with respect to character designs. Alright, so let's go ahead and dodge past this slime and see what we find here. A Thunder Tome. Ooh, Thunder Tome. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that, though, because I don't really have any extra space in my current setup for tomes, at least not on Elodie, and no one else has a reasonable spirit stat, particularly Virtue with his 0. So I think I'm just going to hold on to that for the time being. Probably not going to be able to take advantage of that. You know, something I should be taking better advantage of is that Poison Fog ability. I've only used it the one time since I've had it, and I didn't really get to see it because I used it on those Durandals who were immune. Alright, looks like nothing else on this floor, so let's go ahead and head downstairs to the next floor, or upstairs, as the case may be. Yeah, upstairs it seems. Up to the 5th floor, and taking some more stairs up here to the main part of this floor. Gonna have to dodge a couple more ravens, it looks like. Actually, let's see what this spider opponent is. I don't think I've fought any of the spider types here. We have poisonous spiders and ravens, so nothing new, but I am going to try out that Poison Fog. Let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, Poison Fog targets everything. It's like flame, that's right, I almost forgot about that. And we'll go ahead and put Zenith on the spiders along with Natsmer, and we'll put Virtue on the ravens. And let's see how this goes. Hopefully Elodie will survive the round. With all of these opponents, I guess they could all target her first, but no, she actually got it off pretty quickly there. And, yes, it does deal damage in addition to poison. Fantastic to know. I should really be taking better advantage of that ability now that I've got it. In fact, I wonder if that's worth moving up the list and replacing Blizzard with. Probably so, since I imagine it's a higher level ability, considering how much later in the game we got it. So yeah, if I remember correctly, I'm going to go ahead and make that switch after this battle. It is nice having Blizzard because there are opponents who are weak to ice, but I think I'm going to get a little bit more value out of the Poison Mist. Actually, maybe I should replace Flame with the Poison Mist, because that would give me one all-targeting and one group-targeting ability. And as we've seen from Cold Wave, there are additional all-targeting spells that we can learn here. That wasn't the case in the original game. If I remember correctly, the starting skills, Flame, and it wasn't called Cold Wave in the original. I think it was just called Ice or something. I don't think you could ever relearn those skills if you forgot them. You know what? Let's give them another Poison Fog here and just hope that Elodie and Zenith manage to survive long enough for it to pay off. Things not going perfectly here. Might want to jam a thread just to make sure that I get through the fight all right. Ooh, Limit Drive invoked. That's going to give me even more opportunities for threads. So, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now on Natsmir's turn. And let's see what she does here. Turbo Pressure! I really do like the names of some of those skills. They're very, like, cinematic. This isn't a game that has a ton of different skills that your characters can learn in them. So it's cool to see, like, additional skills kind of snuck into the game through the Limit Drive system, which wasn't in the original. Anyway, 2300 Kira, wow, okay, and 14 MP. Everyone's surviving the fight once again. I'm very pleased with how some of these fights have been going, all of my characters just sort of squeaking through to the end in order to get their share of the experience. Alright, and let's carry on here. Let's see, which way to go? It looks like I'm going to head down here because there's a chest down in this direction, heading down some stairs. I'm across a precarious bridge here. I'm not sure I would head out onto this peninsula myself, especially since this surface looks slippery to me. Sort of crystalline surface, like it's so polished you expect that you would slide right off of it. Okay, so I obtained a lightsaber, which is probably a more powerful special blade than we've had in the past, but I don't currently have a character using special blades. I'm kind of keeping Natsmir on the gun track as much as possible in order to raise that handling skill at every opportunity. I suppose I could check, though, that weapon on Virtue to see if the increase to his agility would be worth it. But probably not, since it would come at the cost of another one of his statistics. But let's compare against a green dragon blade here. So how does the lightsaber compare? Yeah, see, that would be a pretty significant loss of strength for that agility bonus. But let's go ahead and read the description here. Special blade, a sword with a blade of plasma formed from charged particles, said to be able to cut through anything. Yeah, I don't think that the official translation of this game would likely use the phrase lightsaber. I'm pretty sure that one is trademarked up and down by the Lucas party. But we have up here a treasure point, so let's go ahead and dig and see what we can excavate here. Maybe another lightsaber, who knows. Alright, what have we got? A gold nugget. Wow, that's pretty unfortunate because my inventory is getting full. Would have been nice to get something a little more useful than that. What I could do, though, is I have a potion here with only 2 uses left, so in order to free up some space preemptively, I'm going to go ahead and use that to fill up Zenith's injured HP there. Before I move along, it looks like there's another chest on this floor, so it's probably good that I did so. Ah, this guy's right on my tail. Okay, good. Thought I was about to get back attacked there. Perhaps I should have fought that. I don't think I fought any wolf-shaped enemies here in this dungeon. And what do we have here? Ooh, a Revenge Blade. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but let's go ahead and check it out. Probably a weapon for Virtue. The Revenge Blade is... Where did it go? Oh, it took the potion slot, duh. Great Sword. A sword that reacts to its user's rage. Its best use for its counterattacking. Okay, so this is a counterattacking weapon. But, despite that, despite the relative inutility of a counter weapon in certain situations, it is more powerful than a green dragon blade in terms of its strength bonus to a mech. So I'll go ahead and replace one of Virtue's many swords with that Revenge Blade, now holding 4 different types of swords, diversifying his arsenal there. It's gotta look pretty frightening to see that sort of 4-bladed robot coming in your direction. And it looks like the only path I have not yet explored is this one here, so this should be leading me deeper into the Cave of Light. I would imagine we're almost through it now, to where those 3 last relics lie. 7th floor, and we're still not to the top. Okay, this is a big one, larger than the last 2 dungeons that we've explored here on World 4 already. What have we got here? Ooh, a lightning crystal. Is that the relic that Elodie currently has equipped? It's been so long since I've changed the relics that I don't even remember. Sure enough, yeah, Elodie has a lightning crystal, so this additional lightning crystal is not only going to increase her resistance to lightning attacks, but also her magic stat, or spirit stat rather, which is currently at an impressive 25. Alright, fantastic. And oh yeah, while I was here, I said I was going to be changing around the order of Elodie's skills a bit. Let's go ahead and move Poison Fog to the top and Flame to the bottom. I think I've gotten plenty of uses out of Flame by this point in the game that I won't be too terribly sad when it goes, but maybe just a little bit nostalgic. Alright, we have one more treasure chest on this floor, it looks like, before I head further up. I can't actually tell which path goes up. Ah, no, I lied. I see an excavate point and another treasure chest along different paths there. Alright, Magic Crystal, a little bit unnecessary since I've replaced Elodie's Magic Crystal with the Lightning Crystal. But still, every relic I obtain brings me a little bit closer to that total. And yeah, this seems like it is the last floor since we are obtaining the relics here. And I'm guessing this is the third and final relic? Yeah, sure enough, Bewitching Incense. Map ability stealth acquired. Ooh, that sounds like a good one. Probably going to allow me to avoid some enemies. Allows you to go unnoticed by enemies for a short while. Very cool. Okay, so my my relic ability points that I have that I've been using to excavate and things, that seems to be becoming an increasingly valuable resource because among other things it now allows me to dodge encounters, which is an extremely practical use in a lot of situations. But I was not able to dodge this encounter. We have 6 Hihou and 4 saber-toothed tigers. Let's go ahead and use our new favorite skill, Poison Fog, along with a punch on the horses, a rocket punch on the tigers, and an into on the tigers. Actually, I could try out the Revenge Blade. Ooh, man, look at that intense Revenge Blade. It's like a Buster Sword with some wrappings on it. Very cool stuff. I always like seeing like squarish looking swords that are like, you know, like cleaver looking weapons. I can't imagine that they're like actually that practical, but they look cool. It's cool seeing like different shapes of swords represented in video games. Anyway, Elodie goes down. Haven't seen that in a while, but it was bound to happen sooner or later, even with her increased strength as a result of those giant gloves. The tigers were just too powerful. But let's see if the other characters can carry her weight and finish things off here. The submachine gun usually helps picking up the slack when Elodie goes down, since it does give me another route to all targeting abilities. Zenith now taking the brunt of the damage, including some powerful kicks from those horses. Hopefully I'm going to get a threat opportunity here on Natsmer's turn to take those out. Ooh, I did not, and it was not enough. Still have 3 of those guys remaining, along with the saber-toothed tiger. Maybe both of my last 2 remaining characters will be able to survive this one at least. Not looking good for Natsmer. Nope, I think this is the end. Unless this is just a status attack. Yeah, it is. Okay, paralysis. But she was not able to dodge that tiger's attack. So Virtue's gonna have to soldier on through this fight alone. Actually, this seems like a good chance to use the Revenge Blade, since Virtue is the only enemy that they can possibly target. Let's try out counterattacks and see how those work in this game. Oh, okay, so I wonder if I would have been able to target one of my other characters with this. That makes it a lot more useful. If I can choose my target with this to like counterattack attacks against Elodie with Virtue's weapon, that could be potentially very, very useful to me. Good to know. Might have to try that out in the future. Oh yeah, very, very powerful attacks from the Revenge Blade there. Looks like a lot more than the times 5 it's listed as in the menu. This is actually closer to 10 times the damage I'm receiving. Very, very nice. Let's see. Actually, it doesn't appear to be based at all on the damage Virtue takes, because he took about 40 there, but the amount he dealt was similar to what he was dealing to the other opponents. So who knows how that actually works. Yeah, of course Repsira is happy with us. 3 characters of ours went down in that fight. Okay, nothing that Elodie can't take care of though. Only 7 uses of Cure remaining, but we are approaching the exit here, so I don't imagine too many more of those will be necessary before we have the chance to rest at an inn. Where did that dig point go? There it is. Let's go ahead and excavate here and see what we can find. I can't imagine it's easy to dig through this like solid crystal floor, but it seems to take it the same amount of time as digging through sand or anything else. Alright, and we have a Bardachet, which is a polearm in real life. I wonder what sort of weapon it is in this game. Probably an axe, but let's go ahead and see. Can compare that against the green dragon blade. That seems to be the gold standard for weapons at this stage in the game. Let's see, the Bardachet, yeah, sure enough, an axe. A battle axe manufactured by a method only masters know of. Don't end your sentences in prepositions like that, kids. That's bad for you. But the Bardachet is very good for Virtue, raising his strength from 41 to 53. Incredible, incredible. And also, that's strength times 10, which is, oh, never mind, that's actually worse than the Ninto. I spoke too soon. So the Bardache, not more powerful than a weapon he already has, but that increase to his strength is just absolutely tremendous. The robots are just like always ahead of the curve in this game if you properly equip them. And that's all for the Cave of Light. So with everything done here, let's head back to Apollo and see what he has to say about all this. So every relic here in World 4 is now mine. I wonder what the new god Apollo has to say about that. We solved all 3 of his riddles. I'm sure he'll have something to say about that, right? Right? Apollo? Apollo? Where'd he go? Okay. Guess he's not here. We're gonna have to continue our search for relics and now our search for Apollo as we head to World 5 next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you then.